Okay.
Is the quality of the video call good? Because
Yeah, it's fine. What are you using mobile data or something?
I'm using my data.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe yeah.
It's fine. I can hear you. That's the main thing. So, okay. What are we doing today?
Uh, we're going to do some reading comprehension that we tried last, but you were a little bit sleepy.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I'm going to read it. Then you're going to tell me the words you don't know, and also the words that you don't know how to pronunciate. And then you're going to read it, and we're going to read that very slow.
Okay. So you want me to read it?
But after, like, that's the last step. First, I'm
Okay.
going to read it, then you're going to tell me the words you don't understand, and then you read it.
Okay.
Ok. Comparaciones. No sé qué ropa ponerme. Ahora hace calor, pero después hará más frío. ¿Qué me pongo? ¿Pantalón corto o pantalón largo? Creo que la mejor opción es el largo porque estaré fuera todo el día. Hoy me voy a comprar un vehículo, pero no sé cuál elegir. Me gustan tanto los coches como las motos. Sin embargo, las motos son más económicas que los coches, aunque menos seguras. No sé qué hacer. Quiero un vehículo confortable y bonito, el más bonito de todos. Después iré a un cursillo de pintura. Conoceré las obras de muchos pintores antiguos y las de otros más modernos.
Oh. Okay.
También practicaré tanto pintura al óleo como acuarela. Por la tarde volveré a casa cansado pero más feliz que por la mañana. Además, en casa tengo dos animales de compañía muy simpáticos, aunque poco tranquilos. Tengo un perro muy grande y un pájaro de color verde. El pájaro es mucho más pequeño que el perro. Los dos son muy inteligentes y juegan muchísimo entre ellos. Todavía son jóvenes, aunque el perro es 2 años más viejo que el pájaro. Me encanta ver la televisión con ellos para saber qué cosas pasan en el mundo. Nos sentamos todos en el sofá y somos muy felices.
Okay.
Ok,
So yeah, I remember this one. This is from like when we first started.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember this one.
Yeah. But they're saying I don't know what clothes to wear
Mm-hmm.
today. Right now it's hot, but later it could be uh, more cold.
Uh-huh.
What do I wear? Do I wear short pants or long pants? I think the best option is long pants because I'll be outside all day. Today I'm going to buy a car, but I'm not sure what to choose. I like cars as well as I like motos, although motos are uh, e- are more affordable than cars.
Mm-hmm.
Pero, but not as secure or safe.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I don't know what to do. I want a vehicle that is comfortable and beautiful, the most beautiful of all. Just after, I'm going to go for a course of painting. Um, I will learn something
Conoceré is I will.
I will get to know. I will learn.
Yeah. Conoceré.
Uh, yeah, I will learn. I can't remember obras. Obras as brushes,
Obras is like paintings.
paintings. Okay, so paintings from many old painters, um, is and some others that are more modern.
Uh-huh.
I'm also going to practice oil painting and water painting. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the afternoon, I will come home tired, but happy, happier than I was in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at home, I have two animals, uh, muy simpáticos. I don't know if simpáticos is como.
Simpáticos like nice.
Okay, that are nice, but a little bit relaxed. I have a dog that is large and a green bird. The bird is much smaller than the dog. They're both intelligent and they play a lot with each other. They're both young still, but the dog is 2 years older than the bird. I like to watch TV with. I love to watch TV with them. Um, to know what's going on in the world. We sit on the couch all together, and we're all very happy.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember this because when I was
It's possible I did this one with another teacher as
yes,
well.
I
Okay.
think so. Because when I was reading that, I said like, okay, this is the first time I read.
Okay. So no, then it's possible I did it with some other teacher.
Okay. So we're going to do it, like, I
Okay.
guess, fast, but we're going to do some other exercise about reading comprehension.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to read this.
In Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No sé qué ropa ponerme. Ponerme.
Ajá.
Ahora,
Ahora.
ahora, ahora
Ahora.
hace calor, pero después hará más frío. ¿Qué me pongo? ¿Pantalón corto o pantalón largo? Creo que la mejor opción es largo porque estaré fuera todo el día.
Ajá.
Hoy me voy a comprar un vehículo.
Vehículo.
Vehículo, ¿no?
Ajá. Yes.
Pero no sé cuál elegir. Me gustan tanto los coches como las motos. Sin embargo, las motos son más económicas y ¿cómo es?
Económicas.
Económicas
Ajá.
que los coches, aunque menos seguras. No sé qué hacer. Quiero un vehículo confortable
Ajá.
y bonito, el más bonito de todos. Después iré a un cursillo de pintura. Conoceré las obras de muchos pintores antiguos y las de otros más modernos. También
Y las de
practicaré.
otros. Otros.
¿Cómo?
Otros.
¿Otros? Ok.
Otros.
De otros más modernos. También practicaré tanto pintura al óleo
Óleo.
como óleo.
Ajá.
Why oleo when that's A?
Óleo.
Okay, oleo.
Like it's that sound. Óleo.
Oleo.
Mhm.
Okay. Como acuarela.
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 Ajá.
Okay. Por la tarde volveré a casa cansado pero más feliz que por la mañana. Además, en casa tengo dos animales de compañía. Compañía. Yeah.
Compañía.
Compañía. Muy
Compañía.
compañía. ¿No?
You're saying compañía.
Okay.
Needs compañía.
Compañía.
Better.
Compañía.
Yeah, remember, I don't know which class, but I think 2 classes ago, that we,
The N is like a Y. It's like NY.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
like the difference between this and this.
Yeah. Compañía.
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 Uh-huh.
That's what I think I'm saying. Compañía.
It's just like you're saying, what you're saying sounds more like compañía for me.
Compañía.
Uh-huh. You're saying this. You're saying this.
Okay.
And you have to say this.
Compañía. Nia.
Like, for example, how do
No?
you say this word? No, wait.
Niño.
Niño, niño, niño.
Niño.
Uh-huh. So, like, it sounds different here than here. For ejemplo,
Niño. Compañía.
this is not a word. Just to how
Okay.
how this sounds.
Nene. Nene.
Not. You're saying this,
Okay.
and it's nene.
Nea.
So it's niño, is niño, not nino, right? You say this right. This
Yeah.
one you say it right, niño.
Okay.
Now the same pronunciation. Then you do here,
Niña. Niña.
nene.
Okay.
Now the same ni, like
Ni. Compañía.
exactamente, sí.
Compañía.
Ujú,
Okay. Pero más, oh no, de compañía,
ujú,
muy simpáticos, aunque poco tranquilos. Tengo un perro muy grande y un pájaro de color verde. El pájaro es mucho más pequeño que el perro.
ajá.
Los dos son muy inteligentes y juegan muchísimo entre ellos. Todavía son jóvenes, aunque el perro es 2 años más viejo que el pájaro. Me encanta ver la televisión con ellos para saber qué cosas pasan en el mundo. Nos sentamos todos en el sofá y somos muy felices.
Mhm. Yeah. Now the questions. ¿Me gustan más los coches o las motos?
Me gustan por igual.
Me gustan por igual. ¿Qué practicaré en el curso de pintura?
Tanto pintura al óleo como ¿no?
Acuarela.
Acuarela.
¿Cómo volveré por la tarde a casa?
Más feliz que por la mañana.
Mi pájaro es más grande que mi perro.
No, el perro es más grande que el pájaro.
¿Cuál es más viejo, el perro o el pájaro?
El perro.
Ok, get. So, um, Here in the notes, I wrote pasado, practice again.
And but I also like really want to know about say,
About say,
say, and then say, and then say
say.
say, say, and then what is say But like, when do I have to use say? Like
But
as a
you're we have say and also like say
okay,
and say.
say okay.
So,
They're all versions of say or no?
but this one, I don't know if you remember, but when we talk about the reflexive verbs, we used that word for ellos or ustedes. Like for example, they get up at I don't know 6. ¿No? Ellos se levantan a las 6.
Okay,
¿Sí te acuerdas?
sí,
Sí, ok. Entonces, cuando no tiene tilde, cuando no tiene tilde es para los verbos reflexivos. Verbos
okay,
reflexivos, ellos, ustedes,
okay,
ustedes. Cuando no tiene tilde. Cuando tiene tilde es la es para el verbo saber, yo presente.
okay.
That's why when you have like I know, yo sé.
Oh, hang on. Can you go back up? Let's see what else is studies. So, seven, present. But I feel like people use say a lot more than that.
Um, this.
Yeah, hang on. I have to. Okay, but yeah, I feel like people use say more than that.
Uh, or for example, lo sé.
No,
No.
I mean that lo say is like I know that, right?
Ajá. Lo sé.
Lo say, like yeah, I know it. Lo say, yeah, yo lo say, or yeah, lo say.
Ya lo sé.
Um, but I
Um,
just I feel like people are using it after more than like studies, and I don't have a specific example.
yeah, I think maybe you hear it more than that because there's a lot of verbs who that are
Reflexive.
reflexive. So you can hear that many times. So, for example, I don't know. Mm,
But what does say mean? That's what I'm not getting. Is like what word is it in English? It's like not a word in English.
no, it's not a word. Like we don't have a translation, a little translation for many words. So that's why we have to like know where this come from, like for the reflexive verbs. It's just
Okay.
like it doesn't have a specific translation. It's going to change depending on the verb we're using. Like for example here, you have to you don't you can't see just say and then translate that. You have to put that with the verb. When you say se levantan, you know you're saying ah, they get up. Or you can come here and say like what's the meaning of say? You can't do that. You have to put this with the with the verb. And that is like for example when we talk about reflexive verbs we just did the the ones in present. But for example, se fueron, like they left without like saying goodbye. I don't know. Saying goodbye. So
Okay.
because every time you're going to use the word to live to like left, like you left or something like that, in the past, in the future, in the present, you're also going to use say.
Okay.
Also, for example, in the future, for example, here, despedirse is also reflexive. So, se des. So this one is in the future, but I also have to say because the verb itself is a reflexive.
How do I know like what verbs are reflexive?
Um, like just to like if you're going to learn like for example, you learned how to say correr, right? How to say run, correr.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn the action of get up, right? When you translate that, um, because we talk about this,
Giovanto.
levantarse. There's some verbs. There are some verbs that only exist in the reflexive form, or because levantarse is to get up, right? In the
Okay.
morning, things like that. But you also have levantar, and that has a different meaning. Levantar is just to put something up into something else, right? So it has a different meaning. So it's not like okay, in this case, this one has to be reflexive. It's just like the meaning has to be like that. Like if you um, verbos reflexivos. Which one? I think it's this one. That we saw a list of different verbs, and we have here, and we have the reflexive form and the not reflexive. And there's also some verbs. I think they are here. Here. which are always reflexive. For example, arrepentirse, to regret. Um, we don't have the option to say that without the same. It's just like the same way you learn a new verb is the same way you know a reflexive verb. So it's not like you have to identify in this is reflexive or no. You learn from the beginning the verb, and if you learn it in a conversation, for example, if you hear these words, mm, these words, me, te, se, nos, se, were os, right? If you hear one of these words, it's because the thing that goes after that, it's reflexive. Like the verb, it's reflexive. So if you hear me and then something else is not, they're talking about just levanto, they're talking about levantarse, which has a different meaning.
Can you send me the link to this page,
Uh-huh.
please?
So, yes, that's the thing. Like, for example, here, for example, encontrarse means sentirse, like to feel, or like
Okay.
how is your mood or your like your state of health, something like that. And not reflexive, encontrar is hallar, like to find. So, me
Okay.
encuentro un poco mareada. Me encuentro un poco mareada. We have this word here, so they're talking about the one who is reflexive, which is reflexive. Encontrarse. And have this meaning. And if they don't say that word, or se, or nos, te, right? Just encuentro is for this one. And so,
Okay.
okay, and going to send you the link. Okay, and
Okay. Thanks.
then we have sea.
Okay.
Um, sea, it's more like, for example, I hear that a lot, but because in mathematics we use that word a lot, but I can't think about an example that is not like from mathematics. So do you remember when you hear this one?
Como sea.
Okay. Sea is like, I don't know, like let it be, or be. So como sea, it's whatever, right? But maybe in this case, in these like specific words, it's a mistake to try to translate the word, because what I said here, it
Okay.
depends on the context, right? So in como sea, it's like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when I use it in mathematics, it's like let this thing be something, right? So it depends on the context. So we don't have to, we can't give this word a translation. It's like, for example, for you in English, the word get. have like thousand of when a thousand no but a lot of uses. And if you translate that to a specific word in Spanish, it's not going to give you the information you need.
Okay.
And it's the same with a lot of words here in Spanish. And do you have more question? Like this was more clarifying this idea.
Uh, a little. I think I really have to review. Can we go back to the thing that you were showing me, the page behind the notes?
Uh-huh.
Um, so what is dear hearsay?
Dirigirse
See.
is to like to go to a place. Dirigirse.
Okay.
Mhm.
What is
Any
alzar?
alzar is to like what I told you, like to
Lift.
to have something in this level, for example, in this level and put it in this level.
Okay.
Alzar is like
Alzar.
to get off the ground or the floor or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. So flexible to remember. What's incordiar y introducir?
Here,
Yeah.
like to put something in,
Okay.
and incordiar, it's like to try to find a fight with someone
Okay.
or try to like make someone uncomfortable, something like that.
Oh, there's a lot to Spanish. There's a lot more to Spanish than there is to English, I think.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can move on to something else. I'll review it.
Okay, so because I wrote here repasar pasado, practice
Okay.
again. So let's talk a little bit about that. And I hope you remember this. So we have like let's talk about four kinds of past. And like the name doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you don't remember the name of the conjugation. It's just to
Okay.
identify we have two. So but wait. I'm going to open this in here. So we have two um that have to just one word. Just one word. Ay, just one word. Just one word. Right? And another two that have two. So let's talk about these first ones.
Okay.
So when we're talking about actions, specific actions in the past that happened during a limited amount of times or a specific amount of times, uh, we're going to use this kind of past. And this kind of past is the one that have this conjugation, like y, haste, iste, o, amos, imos, like with that terminations, with that with those endings, we're going to have this. Okay, and
Okay.
it's for specific actions. So, for example, me casé en 1978. Again, we have here the word se, the me, and that's why the verb is casarse. Like to get married is casarse.
Okay.
So, me casé en 1978. It's I got married in that year. If I want to say they got married in that year, it would be se casaron.
Okay.
Se casaron en 1978. And because to get married is like that specific time that I'm talking about. Then we have the other one. Because I have an option to say to use this one for specific things. But when I want to say something that happened during a not limited amount of time, or when I want to talk about my routine in the past, or if I want to make a description of something, I'm going to use this kind of past, like with the endings aba, ia, and things like that. Hábamos, íamos. When we have this ending, it's because I'm talking about something about my routine, a description, or something that happened during an unlimited amount of time. For example, cuando era bebé, when I was a baby, so to be a baby, it's something not limited, right? It's not like specifically you go from this to this, right? And then we have mi madre me paseaba mucho, like my mom walked with me a lot, and it was during that time that it's not specific. So any questions so far? No.
Hang on. No, I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Description. Conroy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so any questions so far?
No, not really.
Okay. And then we have the other two that have two words. So this
Okay.
one, for this one, we're going to use something called participio that ends with ado, ido, ado and ido.
Okay.
And then the present of a verb that is this conjugation here. E, as, a, hemos, an. And we're going to use it for actions that happen in the past but extend till the present. So that action finished there. So when we're talking about first experiences, or when we're talking, we use the words esta semana, hoy, things like that, indicate me indicate me that I'm going to use this kind of conjugation. On the other hand, we have this one. Again, we're going to use participio, verbs that ends with ado, ido, but now we're going to conjugate a verb like comía, things like this one, like like this. So había, habías, había, habíamos, right? And I'm going to use this kind of past when I'm talking about an action in the past. But if something happened even before that, I use this one. For example, em, cuando llegué a la estación, so llegué, something in the past, I arrived to the station in the past. El tren ya se había marchado. So, first, the train left the station, and then I arrived to the station. So, that's why the train leaving the station is even more in the past, and I'm going to use había marchado. Cuando llegué a la estación, el tren ya se había marchado. So, they're both like different.
Okay. Hang on.
Mhm.
Um, can you just share this with me
The image.
so I don't have to write all this? The image and the page, please.
Okay. I'm going to share just the page because there you can find the.
The image is on there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, any questions?
Yeah, I mean these I still don't these I still really don't understand like how they fit and like the the A and the Abia. I don't know that we've covered Abia a lot. Maybe I'm just slow. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting it.
Okay, but
So
you get why they're different.
yeah, kind of.
Okay,
Interior attraction.
like they're similar in the way that we're going to use the participio, these verbs, participio in both. But that's the only thing they have in common. The participio. Right. This one, uh, this one are I'm going to use for first experiences. So they both have like very specific uses, like this one. First experiences, or in general actions that finish in the present, but they started in the past, right? So for example, what do you say in this? Pretérito. Because I don't know if you remember. I'm kinda sure we did this. Like when we have these words, is because I'm going to use this kind of verb. For example, hoy he comido con algunos compañeros del trabajo. When we have like words that indicate me the time. Esta
Okay.
mañana, esta semana. Esta semana he viajado mucho por trabajo. Este mes, este año, o este fin de semana, he quedado para hacer una rutina de senderismo. Also the word ya. Ya ha llegado la pizza. Todavía no. Aún no. Todavía no he terminado el libro. Hace, like ago, he visto a tu novio hace un rato en el supermercado. Siempre, nunca, nunca hemos visto una aurora boreal. O últimamente. Words like that indicate me that I'm going to use this one, like the one with am, as, a, hemos, and always with the participio. And on the other hand,
Oh, hang on. I'm trying to write that down.
okay,
To us.
here,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Wait. No, the participle. The participle is only for two L E.
No, participio is for all of them. It's big. I think you can see it, but you can see that, but
Oh yeah, there's no lines. Okay.
uh-huh.
Okay, I think that let's just pick up with this next week because I have a meeting that I have to go
Uh-huh.
for. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye.